My husband didn't come to our daughter's first school event because he said he'd look stupid sitting in a tiny chair. He said it like it was obvious. Our daughter Ava started kindergarten this year. First week was rough. Nothing major, just nervous mornings and quiet afternoons. On day 3, she asked if her dad could walk her to class. Not stay, just walk her to the door. I told Brian that night. He barely looked up. That's more your lane. I thought he meant schedule. You leave later anyway, I said. He shook his head. No, I mean all that school stuff. I didn't argue. Next morning, Ava asked again, is dad coming? I told her he had work. She nodded but kept looking at the door a little longer before going in. At first, it didn't feel like a big deal. Emails came, parent night, little events, same response every time. You can go. It's mostly moms anyway. I wouldn't know what to say there. Individually, nothing sounded that bad, but it kept stacking. One afternoon, Ava got stuck over her shoes. Not a tantrum, just sitting there, quiet, frustrated. I said, Brian, can you help her? He didn't move. I don't do the meltdown thing. She's not melting down, I said. She'll figure it out. I went in. She was just staring at her shoes. That stuck with me. A couple of weeks later, her teacher emailed, said Ava was doing fine, just a little quiet in groups, suggested we both come in. Brian laughed when I told him, I'm not going to a parent-teacher conference. Why? What am I supposed to do there? Be her dad? He shrugged. You're better at that stuff. That answer stayed, because he meant it. The school had a parents' day. Just an hour. Crafts, reading, nothing big. Ava talked about it all week. Dad can come too, right? I asked him the night before. He paused, then said, is it mostly moms? Probably. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's 1 hour. I'm not sitting in a room doing crafts. That's not me. The day came. Ava wore a little paper badge with both our names on it. She kept checking the door. Every time it opened, she looked up. I was there. He wasn't. Another kid asked where her dad was. She said, he's busy. He doesn't like school stuff. She said it like it was normal. That's what got to me. That night, I told Brian. She noticed. He shrugged. You were there. That's not the point. It kind of is. I asked him, why do you avoid this so much? He thought for a second. I just don't see the point of pretending to be someone I'm not. That explained everything. After that, Ava stopped asking. No tantrums, no complaints. She just adjusted. School things became my thing. If something came home, she handed it to me. If she had a question, she asked me. Brian was still around, just not there. One evening, she brought home a drawing. Our family, me and her together. Brian off to the side. I asked, why is dad over there? She shrugged. He doesn't come to school. She said it like a rule. That's when it stopped feeling small. I didn't fight. I just stopped covering for him. If she asked where he was, I said, he chose not to come. A few days later, she had a small class presentation. I told Brian, didn't push. Friday came. I was already there. Kids were going up one by one. Ava kept glancing at the door. Not as much as before, just sometimes. When it was her turn, she walked up and started reading. Halfway through, the door opened. Brian walked in. Late, quiet. He stood in the back. Ava saw him, paused for a second, looked at him, then just kept reading. No smile, no reaction, nothing. After it ended, he said, I made it. I nodded. Ava walked past him, grabbed my hand, and headed for the door. Didn't even look up at him. And that was it. He showed up late, and she'd already stopped waiting.